With GTA Online getting the much anticipated expanded and enhanced updates soon, I thought it'd be worth it to go over all the new stuff that PC players can expect that previously was only available for PS5 and Xbox Series players. First up is the main menu. This is what you will see every time you'll load up the game, at least that's how it works on PlayStation. It is worth noting that I'm basing all of this footage and knowledge on the PlayStation 5 version of the game. It could very much mean that when you launch the PC version, the main menu will look a bit different, although the chances of that happening seem rather low. Another thing that you can expect if you are a new player on PC is the Career Builder. This is a fantastic tool that should allow new players to start off with a business right away. I have done previous videos on this, so make sure to check out that if you're looking for some more detail on exactly that. There's also 5 exclusive vehicles that will finally be making its way to the PC version. This is the S95, the Astron Custom, the Cyclone 2, the Arbeiter GT, and the weaponized Ignis, as well as the Strickler rifle, which was previously released with the Agents of Sabotage DLC, which is really just a reskin of the military rifle and only ever so slightly better apparently, so it's not really anything you're missing out on. But the biggest draw to this version to me is the 25 vehicles that will be getting an HSW upgrade. Alongside of these before mentioned vehicles, there are 20 others that already are in the game that you will be able to bring to the Los Santos car meet and then upgrade them with your HSW upgrades. These are the following vehicles: the Fajero ZX and Fajero ZX Convertible, the Buffalo EVX, the Arbeiter GT, the La Carouse, the Astron Custom, Monstrosity, Hakuchu Drag, Banshee and Banshee GTS, the Issy Rally Brioso RA, Sterling GT, S95, Sentinel XS, Weaponized Ignis, Turismo Classic, Cyclone 2, the Vesti 8, Italy GTO Stinger TT, Niobe, Entity MT, Heroes X32, Firebolt ASP, and the Vivivante. The easiest way to describe HSW is very simple. It effectively just supercharges every vehicle that you put the updates to, and it also means that it supercharges the issues that it had in its normal version. Look no further than, for example, the Issy Rally or the Brioso RA. Some of these vehicles will be enhanced by having these updates, and some of them will just simply become faster and even more unbearable to drive. Having said that, in my opinion, it will make every single one of these vehicles a lot more interesting to drive, and well, the previous vehicles that don't have HSW will feel a lot slower. My personal favorite out of this bunch is by far the Hakuchu Drag HSW. It is super convenient to use within literally anything within the game, and well, I've kind of started preferring to use HSW vehicles over using aircraft, because they're just that quick. The latest addition to this line, the Banshee GTS, has quickly become the fastest land vehicle within the game. I believe spawning a whopping 170 miles per hour, which is astonishingly quick. Which also makes you wonder if Rockstar did indeed do the same thing as they did on the PS5 version, where the frames are no longer affecting how fast you're going. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, allow me to give you a quick demonstration. On the left of your screen, I am playing on a normal 60 frames per second. On the right of your screen, I am playing in 144 frames per second. Now, while this is a straight line scenario, it should give you a pretty good idea just how much quicker it is to run on higher frames. This is mostly in the department of acceleration, but as you might expect, over a longer period of time within a race, you're obviously going to feel the effects of having a higher frame than your opponent. This was one of the concerns that I had before the PS5 version of the game launched. However, the 60 FPS and 30 FPS modes within the consoles are effectively the exact same in terms of speed, meaning that there is some hope that those PC versions will finally have the same thing happening. With these HSW vehicles, you'll then be able to take part in the HSW time trials. A time trial that is a weekly time trial, allowing you to earn a cool $250,000 for time trials that are incredibly easy to do. As you can see in the footage, I probably just about now crashed and got up to my bike and still managed to complete the time trial with 10 seconds to spare. That's how fast these vehicles are. And this was in the Hakuchu Drag, which is actually one of the slower vehicles nowadays, so in a Banshee GTS, it probably would even be quicker. There's also HSW races. These races are regular Rockstar races that have been modified that you can only use HSW vehicles on. Interestingly enough, these races have different race tiers, something not seen in any other races within the game, as you typically have to play them by class, unless you're playing transform races where you will modify them yourselves, especially with the new random modifier that has been added to the game with the previous update. Now you might also wonder, what about regular races? Well, in regular races, HSW is turned on by default, meaning that if you have an HSW vehicle and you're joining public races, you're probably going to have a very large advantage, as the speed difference between HSW vehicles and regular vehicles is absolutely massive. Obviously, you have the option to turn these off, but as you probably know if you played a public race or two, changing settings is something that random hosts typically don't tend to do. Speaking of things that you may or may not be doing, the career challenges. This is a major part of these updated versions of the game. The career challenges offer you a total of 33 different challenges for you to complete. These all have 4 different tiers that all have a wide variety of objectives to complete. Most of the time, the tier 4 objective is the grindiest one, with stuff ranging from getting $50 million in the original heist to just completing all the contact missions with a specific kind of requirements. The neat thing about these career challenges though is that there's a lot of unlockables there that you're not able to get anywhere else. From simple t-shirts all the way leading up to outfits worn by single player characters from the GTA games. For these single player character outfits, however, you will have to complete multiple tier 4 challenges. This is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 and 30 career challenges. Now at the time of recording the video, there is a total of 33 career challenges available. This is obviously subject to change, as we don't know what is Rockstar going to add with any future updates, especially with the PC version not getting a GTA 6 anytime soon, so maybe they'll add more as time goes on, or even with the launch of the game. We don't know. Personally, I'm a really big fan of these career challenges because it gave me a reason to play the game again. And while some challenges, primarily in businesses, will allow you to have previous progress towards a $50 million target already completed, something like Heist, for example, will require you to start from scratch. And yes, it does mean that original Heist and $50 million are two things that are not particularly very fun. Having said that, if you have a group of friends together that have a similar goal, there you go. You got yourself a couple of weeks of entertainment ready to be done. This is also where the double cash NRP is all something that becomes a bit more enticing to start using. I've personally been a big fan of using these double cash NRP moments when, for example, there was double cash NRP in the original Heist or in the import and export. I made sure to utilize that to the absolute maximum and naturally also supercharging my progress for these career challenges while doing so. One smaller thing, but still rather cool, is the fact that animals will finally be making its way to GTA Online in the new version. In addition to that, there also will be a new activity in the animal photography activity. There you'll be able to earn a cool $100,000 to $150,000 every day for just taking a bunch of pictures of animals. It's not the most exciting thing of all time, it's not the most worthwhile thing of all time, but the fact that animals are online, so when you're flying through the air and suddenly you kill a bird, it's good for your KD, even though it doesn't really count, but hey, who cares? Do be careful for those cougars in mission! But arguably the biggest quality of life update that will be coming to the PC version is the vehicle management tab. This will allow you to just stand in Legion Square or wherever you feel like standing, open your interaction menu and sort out all your vehicles from just a couple of clicks away. Do you have an adder parked up all the way in Polito and don't feel like grabbing it? Do not worry, you can easily switch it with that collection of Fagios you have stored away in your Alta apartment. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is the thing that you've probably been waiting for an extremely long time. You can also obviously label these garages as you did previously in an update, but this one is definitely a very welcome change that I'm sure many of you will be utilizing to its maximum. And then finally, there's also GTA Plus. This is of course where a disclaimer has to be put in, where I just simply am going to inform you about it and not encourage you to get the service. If you want to know more about what bonuses are currently available within GTA Plus, then make sure to check out the videos that I do on them on a monthly basis. But by default, the GTA Plus service offers you a few standard things. $500,000 for every single month that you're a member, exclusive bonuses and discounts, and by far the best thing about it, which is the games library. This games library will offer you a host of different games that you can then also get through the service because you are a subscriber. So think Red Dead Redemption 1, think Bully and the trilogy remasters, which basically allows you to have a Game Pass type of thing where for about $8 a month you'll have a whole heap of games without actually needing to use it in GTA Online if you don't want to. That's to me the biggest value of GTA Plus, those games. Except if you already played them, then I guess not so much. But another neat feature of GTA Plus is the Vinewood Club, which is a showcase type of thing tucked away in the docks area, where you'll be able to look at some vehicles that are basically on a 20% discount throughout the entire month. You can test drive them, and you can also find your free vehicle for that month there too. In addition to that, there's the Vinewood Club Garage, which offers you up to 100 extra garage slots. And yes, in case you are wondering, you are able to just simply get 1 month of GTA Plus, then cancel it, stock up that garage with 100 vehicles and still be able to pull them out if you desire to do so. As far as I'm aware though, you are then unable to add more vehicles on top of it, so do keep that in mind, but you are obviously able to get vehicles out to your heart's content. There's also some other stuff that GTA Plus, but that is typically kind of whatever, like some free CEO abilities and some other minor stuff that, you know, is nice to have, but not exactly really the highlights of what the service actually is. Again, not encourage you to get the service, just wanted to let you know that it's an addition to the game when it gets its update sometime soon. But that is all you can expect in the updated GTA Online version coming to PC soon. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all later.